Welcome to the B2T show, where we empower Christian patriots with truth. This is Rick, your host. This is 4010, and we see a huge long file name, and it says 3 flags, but now he's amplified on it. So that's the same 3 flags we saw before, which was pointing to Flynn, I think. And we have this White House Governor Presidential Actions Proclamation Law Day US 2020. So basically it's a full proclamation here. You'll see right here of a law day. And this is actually tomorrow. I think it's May 1st. Is that right? So May 1st. Yeah. So on May Day, we are going to get this full proclamation. I'll just read this part that Q put here. It says, "Now, therefore, I, Donald Trump, President of the United States of America, in accordance with Public Law 8720 as amended, do hereby proclaim May 1st, 2020 as Law Day, USA. I urge all Americans, including government officials, to observe at this day by reflecting upon the importance of the rule of law in our nation and displaying the flag of the United States in support of this national observance. And I especially urge the legal profession, the press, and the radio, television, and media industries to promote and to participate in the observance of this day." Q. What do you think? To me, that's trolling, because they do not want the rule of law. The rule of law is going to have them behind bars, right? Especially this criminal MSM and the leakers, the protectors of the pedophiles. It's really interesting to see how that's going to turn out. But that's 4010. And we have a ton more to get through. I did want to talk about, there's a couple other pieces of news I just wanted to talk about real quick. This is like Trump saying in his tweet, "Dirty cop James Comey got caught." That was today, this morning at 7:11 a.m. All right, here you got dirty cop James Comey got caught. So a lot of the decoders, will take these timestamps and go look at it, and they'll also take all the capital letters and review it for the gematria. So all type of analysis is being done on that right now. But dirty cop James Comey, and here's Paramedic just showing him in front of Gitmo. Somebody else showing him in Stormy, showing him in front of Gitmo. So Comey's, I think, in a little bit of trouble. And here we saw this from where General Flynn posted this picture of a flag the day that he knows he's going to be finally freed. But look at what Donald Trump Jr. says. "Imagine having your life and reputation ruined by rogue U.S. government officials. Then years later, when the plot finally comes to light, the first thing you do is post an American flag, American coup d'etat, and you have, which is, when this is finished, a much bigger graphic will be needed. Much bigger. Biggest political scandal in American history. Q." And this is a lot of people on this. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 3. It's got 27 people. And it says you're going to need a much bigger graphic when we're over it. Much bigger. And this is all the big players. This has Hillary and Obama and Comey and Loretta. Thanks, Ken Schofer. Do you think we'll have martial law soon? I don't think we're going to really have martial law unless they get Antifa to really come out at a certain time. But the way they've spread this out so well, and this, I don't think if we have martial law, I think it's going to be for very small periods of time in very select cities, is my opinion, Ken. But this is a coup d'etat. It's got Debbie Wasserman, Sultan, Clapper, and Brennan, and Yates, and Baker, and Page, and Strzok, and all the big players you think of Rod Rosenstein, and Comey, and obviously you got Robert Mueller, as well as McCabe, and there's a lot of people here, including Weissman. I can't wait till that jerk goes down. Valerie Jarrett, Obama's handler. So all these people are being outed here, but again, it says much bigger graphic. Biggest political scandal in American history, no question. Here's 4013 again. This is Nancy Pelosi, and it's funny. This meme basically took what she said about Kavanaugh and changed it to what she's not saying about Joe Biden and Tara Reade. In fact, she was interviewed today. It's embarrassing how she completely shows the two-faced nature of the justice system and the two-faced nature of the Me Too movement, right? Completely, if it'll damage Trump, it's one set of rules, and if it damages anybody that is on their side, it's a different set of rules. That's the cabal in action. They don't care about fairness. They don't care about the lady justice being blind. What they care about is illegally getting power and controlling everybody that does get in power. Here it is where it says, I applaud the courage of Dr. Christine Basley Ford to come forward to share her story. As we continue to learn more about these allegations against Judge Kavanaugh, we must ensure that Dr. Ford's rights to justice and privacy are respected. Postpone the vote. This is when they're trying to postpone the vote and make sure they could get more dirt on Kavanaugh, right? They didn't have any dirt. It was only, and she didn't even know what place it was. She didn't know. You guys know the story. She couldn't even remember exactly what date it was, what the place was, who was there. The people who were there said that wasn't true. What happened? So obviously, MK Ultra victim. Really sad for her. But and the red dots here for those of you on the red scratches, and it basically says, hey, what if Nancy did this? I applaud the courage of Tara Reade to come forward and share her story. As we continue to learn more about these allegations against Joe Biden, we must ensure that Reade's rights to justice and privacy are respected. And it has hashtag choose someone else. Great meme just showing the two-faced nature of Nancy Pelosi. It says used as a political tool to attack the other side, weaponized. Where are the pink hats? When you are awake, you are able to see clearly. Q. Yep, you have all these pink hats out for Kavanaugh and wanting blood on Kavanaugh. The media stirs up everything, and the Mockingbird media and the whole wrap-up smear she talks about, right, comes to try to take Kavanaugh out. Didn't work because God's in control here. I mean, if you think about the chances of Trump getting elected, is almost zero with everything against him. I mean, we had the media against him. You had the academia against him. You had Hollywood against him. You had the fake news media against him. Obviously, you had all the technical platforms against them. Twitter, Google, Facebook, all that type of stuff. You had all the world leaders against him. The only thing again that was for Trump was we the people. And God used that, put it in place, and allowed us to unrig a few of the counties to actually get him elected. What a miracle. And I think we're seeing the exact same thing right now, that we're seeing God's hand on this coronavirus. We're seeing God's hand on the cabal trying to kill Trump with assassination attempts and doing everything it can to take Trump down. And it's just not working. Well, you're fighting against God, cabal. YouTube CEO Susan, and this is this Susan CEO gal here. She actually is a sister of somebody who was head of 23andMe. So all these cabal people are taking over, getting your DNA, as well as all the tech, the Silicon Valley tech leaders, right? And so she says anything that goes against the WHO is a violation of YouTubers' policies. Can you believe that? If you know the World Health Organization was actually acting like the Wuhan Health Organization, not the World Health Organization, you can't express that opinion on YouTube. All content that isn't medically substantiated, such as advising people to take vitamin C, will be removed by the platform. Even though it's proven that tons of vitamin C in certain cases can help extremely well eliminate the coronavirus. Not to mention hydroxychloroquine, not to mention MMS, not to mention hydrogen peroxide cleanse. There's all kinds of ways to oxygenate your body or strengthen your immune system to fight this virus. And that's how you should fight a cold, your immune system. Not by going trying to kill and find a cure for the cold. We've had influenza for years. And obviously the flu vaccine, 36% of the people that took, they had a 36% chance of getting the coronavirus if you had the flu versus not having the flu shot. The flu shot did not help. It actually hurt. Oh, wow. Interesting. So somebody said Laura Ingram's show, something was removed on it from YouTube on the 28th. Wow, interesting. The new popular on YouTube, hand-washing videos. So they're having to put content in here to keep you from truth. YouTube is a criminal enterprise right now, the way they're running it. They're running it in a completely taking away our First Amendment. And if YouTube takes this video down, they're going to get sued. And so that's all we can do. We can just sue them together. Well, that's what we have to do. I'm a first American given truth and the channel, and they're keeping you from truth. That's why they took down my vaccine video for incorrect reason. That's why they're taking it down on my second channel. That's why they demonetized Shady and Matrix. It's a criminal enterprise protecting pedophiles. Here we have Adam Schiff, right here, saying a letter to Susan Wojcicki. This is the CEO so here's a criminal, Adam Schiff, lies his teeth out. He's on a gang of 8, one of the biggest criminals, Standard Hotel he's going to get nailed for. He sends a letter as a House chairman to saying you basically have to start censoring people for truth. That's not his terms. His terms are, oh, the WHO is awesome. You can't say. People are talking bad things about 5G. Anything that doesn't agree with the cabal, you need to censor, Susan. And she just obliges, showing that they're in the bag with the cabal. And here's Adam Schiff saying, misinformation is dangerous. Misinformation about public health is deadly. Yeah, you're basically purposely, this is how sick these guys are when you say these people are sick. They're purposely not letting people about how easy it is to oxygenate your bodies that would immediately take this away, so that they can have more people in body bags so they can get their power back in November. You just listened to the Blessed to Teach show. You're now empowered with the truth.